Hey everyone, just a really fast video. Just going over 20.5, 21.3 here. This should look very straightforward, hopefully, at this point. It's a little bit more practice with secondary function. This is actually going to be your last assignment on explicitly just this, though we'll be using secondary function in all of our other discussions now as a harmonic, idea. But this is your last assignment where you're just going to be doing that. And it hopefully should look really straightforward. You're just using more of them, and they're interchanging between diminished chords and secondary dominants, the fives of fives, right? So you just have to kind of switch back and forth. Again, just to remind you of the procedure here, right? If you're in the key of F, you need to write the 7 fully diminished 7 of 5. And all of this stuff I'm saying is back in the other diminished chord videos if you want to go look at that. But just to remind you, right? Figure out your key signature, figure out what 5 is. 5 in the key of F is C. So we're writing a chord in the key of C, right? And we need to write a fully diminished chord. So this is built on scale degree 7, right? Well, scale degree 7 in the key of C is B natural, right? And since it's a fully diminished chord, we're building this chord as if it is in the key of C minor. Okay, so you think, okay, C minor is 3 flats, right? B flat, E flat, A flat. So you stack up your snowman. This is your B, D, F, A. Those are the chords, notes that would be on the chord. And then you put the key signature of C minor on it, right? So you get an A flat, there's no E flat in the B flat. Except, right, this is like, this looks right, except for this is not right. This is a 5-7 of 7. This is a incorrect chord at this point. Because, right, you don't put the B flat on because we need the leading tone in C minor. That's that B natural, okay? So that's the thought process, right? You get the fully diminished chord in the key of whatever your 5 is. Again, the trick with this one is just the fact that you have to then switch to 5 and the 5, and then you switch back half diminished, and you keep bouncing back and forth and back and forth. So that's really it for 25. You're going to resolve them, obviously, at the bottom. You're just putting them in context. The next one, you're just identifying what the chord is. So what is the function of it? Okay, so is it a secondary function triad or a 7th chord? Okay, and to do that, you just figure out, okay, well, what's the root of this chord, right? And yeah, I think that's it, right? Oh, for this one, right. There is a typo. So I was looking at this, I was like, oh, right, there's a typo here. And I'll send you an email about this too. Hold on just a second. I got to find my book. Oh, here we go. That's my book. Okay. Like I said, if you're listening to this, you probably will have already gotten an email from me explaining this. But I'll put these up on Shobi so it doesn't look so weird. But there's a typo here. You actually can't do this assignment, which is kind of cool. If you sit down and try and do it, right? Oops, sit down and try and do it. You're like, okay, cool. What is that chord? Well, you don't know if this is B flat major or G minor, right? Because the author forgot to put the key signatures in or tell you to specify exactly which one to do. So you could like take a crack at it and do it in either B flat major or G minor. But I'll go ahead and put these in here just to do it really fast if you're watching this. If you look up on Shobi, probably by the time you see this, I'll have put them in on the assignment, but just in case this is the first time you're seeing it, we'll make sure they're here too. Okay. F minor, and then we'll do E minor here. That should make it much easier, possible actually. So you zoom in, let's take a look at this first one, right? We're in the key of G minor. We figure out what the root is. The trick for figuring out the root of 7th chords, right? Chords with 4 notes in them. You always look for the major second. The note on the top of the major second when stacked like this is going to be the root. So it's B flat, D, F, A flat. Okay, when we're looking at this stuff from this perspective, you have to think, okay, cool. What's the quality of that chord? B, D, F, A flat? Is that a diminished chord? Or is that a major minor 7th? That's a major minor 7th, right? Because B flat, D, F is a major chord, and B to A flat is a minor 7th, which just means we're dealing with some sort of 5-7 of. If it were like half or fully diminished, right? Or if it were a triad or fully diminished 7 like this, then we'd be dealing with a 7 of. So then all you think, well, this is a 5-7 of whatever B flat is the 5 of. right? So in what key is B flat 5? What key is B flat 5? And F. Okay, good. This is a 5/7 of whatever F is in the key of G. And in the key of G, F is what? Is 7. Okay. I'm just changing this because it's the 5/4/3. So it's a 5/4/3 of 7. This is the B flat 7th chord in the key of G minor. And that's it. It's a little bit tricky, but at this point, this is kind of what I want you to be thinking about, is going through that procedure in your head one more time. So unpacking those things like, processing, crunching the numbers, that sort of stuff. And at the bottom, you just part write them and put them into context. Hopefully that's pretty straightforward at this point. If it's not, of course, just reach out and let me know, and I'm happy to walk you through any of this one more time.